Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's gonna be the most spontaneous video of the year. Generally what I do is when I'm reviewing the books, reviewing any piece like any movie or something, I always study beforehand. I'll take notes and everything else, and then only I'll talk about it in front of you guys. But this time it's gonna be the spontaneous one because it's gonna be a kind of a shelf tour. Recently we renovated the part of our house, that is why it has a dedicated space for my books. Yay! Again, it's gonna be just an excuse to buy some more books, but why not, right? So I decided why not to flaunt it in front of you guys. It's definitely not how to video about reorganizing your books. These are the books that I own, and not just these, there are some more. These. Where do I start? As confusing as it may be, I still find myself to be excited. First things first, I have to tie my hair. I want to be productive. I have to take all the books out from the boxes that I was carrying for so long. There you go. Now some more. I am going to first take the ones out that I have already read. So those will go to the upper shelf, to the upper sides. This is something that I have already read. This is a Marathi book called Samantar. It's really amazing. You might find a review on the same channel for this book. You'll be able to find it. So this one also I have read. So I'll just keep it here. Wuthering Heights, of course, I did. I talked a lot about this somewhere. Or I guess on Instagram I have a post for this. So this is complete. Yeah. This is one of my favorite non-fiction book. Trust me, I do not trust non-fiction enough, but this is actually helpful. This is actually life-changing. There are multiple things from this book that I learned, and one must implement those. If you want to be happy, you have got to read this book. Courage to be Disliked by Ishiro Kashumi and Fumita Kekoga. So I'll put these books in the upper shelf. Let's see from the remaining stack what and all I have read. So Madhyaratra, this is again another Marathi book. If you guys know Marathi, this, you see, this is how small this is, but still it will make a huge impact, by Visa Khandekar, one of my favorite authors. Then there's something as Chiraswadi by Ganesh Parke. This one also so engaging. Within a day you'll finish this too. Then you guys know Love Hypothesis. I have already read this. This is cute. Another one is Maji Janmathe by Vida Savarkar. This book is life-changing. The hardships that he had to face. He was a freedom fighter. So this is again a must read. There are a few more that I'll just show to you guys, and then I'll add this to the upper shelf. This is the book Nagas. This is the second book from Shiva trilogy by Amish, and this is where many of our favorite characters show up in the book, specifically Lord Ganesha, and this is really beautiful. From the trilogy, this is my most favorite book, and then Vayuputra is the third book that I liked a lot. Then Ikigai, A Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. This is a book that will tell you the importance of exercising, but not to do a violence with your body, importance of happiness, how to lead a happy life. There are so many principles in this book that you should not be missing. Notebook, I think I have read it, I don't know, 4 times. If you see the condition of this book, you'll know that I guess I read it in somewhere it was raining a lot. Maybe that's why it has this, it's very old, 10 to 12 years old. That's when I bought it, and I fell in love with Noah. Aristotle and Dante, this Discover the Secrets of Universe. This is, I think, one of the cutest books that I have read. I would always recommend it to you guys. This is the second book from A Coat of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas, and again from the series itself, so far whichever I have read 3 books. A Coat of Thorns and Roses, then A Coat of Mist and Fury, and the third one is Coat of Wings and Ruin. So I have read these 3, and amongst that, this is my favorite. I'm yet to read remaining of the books from that series, but so far I'm really liking it. And from the fantasy world, the recent books that I loved is A Coat of Thorns and Roses. You know Bapu Kale. All my Marathi friends here will know and understand the depth of this man's work. Partner, I think I have read it at least thrice. All dialogues from the character Partner, I remember those by heart. So I'm again going to put it in the upper shelf, but I'm not sure when will I dig for this again and I'll reread this book. people we meet on vacation. This is a love story from, friends to lovers, and characters Poppy and Alex are quite cute. This is already read one. Then Spanish Love Deception I have already read. There was a time when, I was reading romance books, romantic books, rom-com books back to back. Fun book. And this is a prequel of Game of Thrones, okay, the Night of Seven Kingdoms, and it is really fun. There is a guy called, there's a little guy, a child named Egg, and he's supposedly a Targaryen from the Targaryen lines. I got some Witcherwala vibes also, which is really weird. When maybe from every fantasy book we always visualize Henry Cavill. Emotions and meditation. Sometimes I feel like meditating and I love to learn. This book has helped me a lot. These are the books. Okay, this is again a Marathi book. This is the most fun and really great presentation of Mumbai Chawl. So if you guys want to give it a try, if this is again a must read, PL Deshpande, I don't think I have to explain a lot because naam hi kafi hai. I have already read it and I really loved it. Every character is very fun. Fulrani, it's really closer to my heart. This is a drama and in Marathi. As you can see the size of this book, and that's what makes me very proud Marathi, because most of the Marathi authors, they prove those people wrong who thought the length of the book determines the quality of a book. And The White Tiger by Arvind Adhika, there's a movie also on this. There is Priyanka Chopra in that. Rajkumar Rao is there. Movie did the justice to the story. It talks about so many things in India. It talks about a particular class which still has daily struggles in their lives, and it won't let you sleep. This book, once you read it, right, it's gonna do a chain reaction in your mind of many thoughts, and you are going to re-evaluate your own values. So what is it about? It's about Balram Halwai, and everybody in school teases him as a white tiger. There is an incident attached to it, and what he does further, okay, he has to struggle with poverty, he has to struggle with the discrimination. He travels to a different place, a city, where he works for a few people who are again upper class, caste wise too, and it's gonna talk about so many uncomfortable things in this. Author makes sure that it stays with you forever. A Man Called Ove. Oh, there is a movie on this. Tom Hanks is there in the movie as Ove. His name is, they have changed it, I don't know why. It's Otto. Okay, so The Man Called Otto is a movie, and book is a must read, of course. It's the most heartwarming book I have read. This is my favorite book. Harry Potter, this is the first book, Philosopher's Stone. It ends with us by Colin Hoover, and many of the people might tell you that it's a romantic book. It is not. It talks about more uncomfortable topic than that. I know in book world most of the people do not like Colin Hoover. Many of the bookstagrammers I see, they make fun of her books, and they do tell that most of her male characters, lead characters, are toxic ones, which is true, but still it doesn't make this book bad. Again, this stack I have already read. I'm going to quickly talk about everything. This is The Book Lovers, again another rom-com by Emily Henry, and it has many realistic characters. This is one of my recent read. This is something that I liked more than People We Meet on Vacation. There is this lady called Nora who is agent in the publishing firm, and the guy is the editor at the same publishing firm, and they are corporate rivals, and how do they get romance developed. And it's more of a love story, not just of these two people, but also Nora and Nora's sister, and it talks about sisterhood, and it talks about that bond quite well. Then the next one is The Girl Who Drank Moon. I have posted another video of this. I'll add the link in this video. Then Shoe Dog, again I have posted the review of this book. This is one of my favorite memoir. It is by Phil Knight, who is the co-founder of Nike. This is going to teach you so many values from the business world. It's going to teach you how to work smart. It's going to inspire you to find a purpose in life. It's going to inspire you to find the passion. It's going to inspire you to do something of your own, to create something of your own. It is entertaining despite of being a non-fiction. I know with non-fiction this is what people think, this is what I also think, that it has repetitive things, but it's not the case with this book. Okay, this is unique. Red, White and Royal Blue, this is a love story, and there's a movie on this recently that came out on Prime, I guess. I also watched the movie, but I liked book more. It's a romance between a prince from Britain and President's son, who also happens to have interest in politics. So this is really fun. I happen to have 2 copies of this same book, Wuthering Heights. I have already read this one. This is a beautiful love story of 2 Greek mythological characters, Achilles and Patroclus. I really like the language of this book. It's really simple as compared to Circe from the same author, Madeline Miller. I like this book more. Okay, another stack. This is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. This is something that is imprinted on my brain. It talks about the identity crisis that NRI people, or the people who are they are either born outside but they are Indian by roots, they face. And this, if you are one of those people, even if you are not, you still will be able to relate to this book a lot. The language of this book is beautiful. Again, there is a movie on this. Then have The Midnight Library. I really like this book. It talks about the concept where author or the narrator gets to live multiple lives. She gets this chance to live multiple lives, and what is her experience, what would she choose if she gets to live all these lives, and she has to choose a one life out of this to live. So this is really interesting, and this is also enlightening. It has a lot of wisdom in this book. Then Leo Tolstoy's stories. There are short stories in this, and all the stories have a particular moral. This is even good for children. Okay. Then The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is my favorite read. Again, I read it like 2 years back, I guess. Evelyn Hugo is in this book. She is a star. Okay, how did she achieve that stardom, and what are her personal issues, and who is the love of her life? Why did she end up with 7 husbands, and what happened to her husbands? This is the book that talks about it. It is really fun. The language is fun, and there are so many characters that you are never going to forget. You are going to fall in love with all of those characters. From this reorganization, right, I got to know that I have more books that I have already read than the books that I have not. Okay, so this gives me a motivation to buy some more books as well. So these are the books that I'm yet to read, so I'll be putting those in the lower shelves. I haven't even started with the another shelf that I showed in the starting. So as you can see, I have already arranged whichever books I could find. Of course, there are few remaining, and I'll get those to get segregated into these 2 categories. I see people do segregate things into non-fiction, fiction, and some more like rom-coms, and some other books like political books and all those things. I can't do that. It's gonna take a lot of time, and I don't also like that way of organizing. So what I have done is, this is, as you can see, it has multiple stacks in the compartment. This one is already read. This is to be read, so where I can reach. Okay, and there are few which are yet to be organized. I hope you guys like this video, and I know I did not provide so many details in the verbal manner, but whichever books I talked about, right, I am going to add some links for those books and some description in the description of this video. So make sure to go through that, so that it will give you more insights into the book that I talked about. Hopefully it was a fun video, it was engaging video for you. And to be honest, I really liked the videos where people give their bookshelf tour, so I really wanted to try that, and this is my way of trying it. Hopefully you all liked it. Make sure to subscribe to channel, and make sure to like this video, comment on the video for whichever recommendations that you guys have for me, and let me know of your views on the bookshelf tour that I held in this video. Thank you so much for watching it till the end. Have a great day ahead. Bye.